So let's do it now. So what I want to tell you about this question paper now, which is going to come, where I'm using this Zoom also for after a very, very long time. So I'm missing some of the things, but still I think, right. So I think I can show you what I wanted to show. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So I gave you this question paper in assignment and I checked your assignments and I found it, if I give you some instructions, you will definitely improve your marks. So this time, this year, this is a hypothetical paper of any other year. But now, this paper is for 2 hours for you. You know this.
Yes, ma'am.
This is 2 hours here now. And this
Yes,
marks is 80. And you get how many questions? 4 questions, and out of which first question is compulsory, right? Okay, so first question is compulsory, and then you don't have to think much about that. But like at this question, I just checked this question is define the followings and attempt any 5. Ribozyme was okay, central dogma was fine. But I like some of the answers. I might have their picture, but I may not be able to show. But especially I had problem with this one. This question's answer, everyone, they didn't know in what sense I'm asking, because in the answer, what they have written is the meaning of this. But you have to write the meaning in context of DNA. That it refers, it is talking about the topography of that. So very few people have done this, but this should have been taken care, or you should select the questions whenever you have a choice. All right with this? First question, you don't have any choice. Again, with this Ruther Kornberg, what I observed is that students are writing stories and they should have directly told his contribution that he discovered DNA polymerase. This is what I expected. I took some pictures of your assignments and I wanted to show you that this is the right which we expect, but I am very much unorganized at this stage. I am not sure whether I'll be able to show you those or not. But I'll go ahead and whatever I want to say, I would like to say it to you. So you just have to write just read the questions very well. It says best known contribution of the following scientists. So you don't have to write he was given Nobel Prize, he belonged to Austria or Vienna or USA. You just have to write what he's known for, main contribution. So few people did do that, but not everyone. People were very confused and they were writing stories again here. Then coming to the C part, here we didn't have any choice. So you had to do it. Like give reasons for the following. Of course, it's for 5 marks. And my effort here at this stage is I want to teach you how to get 100% marks, right? So when I'm giving you 100% marks, if you say the centromere, the chromosome without centromere failed to disjunct during anaphase, I expected drawing here. Nobody has drawn. Nobody has drawn. I expected drawing here stating that if the centromere is not there, what will happen? They will not be able to separate, right? And many classmate diagram I had made that they will randomly go to any of the poles, or they may be fragmented, and that will lead to chromosomal abnormalities. So nobody has tried to draw a diagram. So when I'm asking you to give reasons, I think it makes sense. You can add small diagrams wherever it is possible in this question. And this is a special instruction for those who want to score 100% marks, because after, in the examination, say, I'm just telling you the point of view of an examiner. This question paper is for 100 marks. I will quickly check the paper because even I don't have time. And I will not do anything if you have written here, whatever, like here, and you did not draw the diagram. I may not mind. I will give you maybe 1 out of 1, and I give you complete 15 marks here. But if your paper is out of the meaning is very good, then I will start doing it reverse. I will just look for places where I can deduct marks. So if you have not drawn here, if you are getting 100%, I will not give you easily. I will look for perfection then. And then I will cut marks if you have not drawn it here. So give reasons is fine. You have to give bulleted reasons. And like especially in this group, you have to decide, you have to use your wisdom. Where a diagram will really substantiate your answer. And you have to do it that way. So this was about this here, which I didn't find in any one of yours answer, right? So I was just talking about it overall, and I said it's. Anyone wants to say anything?
मैम कुछ बच्चे ज्वाइन करना चाह रहे हैं मैम, प्लीज परमिट कर दीजिए.
Okay, just 1 minute. Now, see, I'm using Zoom after a very long time, but I wanted to keep it short. And I know that I can only be comfortable with Zoom and not with the other, so I didn't try for other things. So just let me see. Why is that? Yeah. So there's few students here already, and so then I have to stop sharing again. And who wants to come? I don't get any message here. I haven't got any message. 13, 14, 15 students are here already. Do I make you co-host? What is your name, Hemant? But everything will take a long time for me, and I just want to finish it. In total, I have got 10, 15 minutes to do this work. So I don't know. It's getting recorded. They can watch it later, right? I lose all meaning, all context and whatever I want to say. So I would like to finish it now, whatever is happening. Okay. So all of you can see my screen now. So how will I make it? Just 1 minute. Yeah, I could remove that. So you can see my screen now. Okay, so you sense, I tell you a few reasons. I'm just talking to those students whom I expect that with some polishing, some work, I'll be able to get them to very close to 100%, because it's the target which determines what you're going to get. If you are targeting to pass, you'll pass the way, easy way. But if you're targeting to get 100%, then you have to work accordingly. You have to perfect everywhere. You can't afford to have mistakes anywhere. Like the mistakes can be where your time is short, your time management is not right, your choice of questions is not right. Like I saw some of the students, they are good students, I know, but the choice of question was so poor for them in this paper. And I just thought with the example of this paper, I can explain it to you how to choose the right question for answering. Because the one whom I am expecting is going to get me 100% marks must have prepared the whole syllabus nicely, right? So they have to choose how to get 100% marks, which question will get them 100% marks. For first question, I said you don't have any choice, but you have to be perfect. Like for base flipping, there was only one student. I written it somewhere. There was only one student, and probably that is that girl, Priyanka. She had done practicals also very nicely. I don't know her. I have never seen her. But she did practicals also very nicely, and she wrote the perfect definition of this base flipping. And many of the students, they just copied it from Google. What does this mean? And pasted it for me. This is what they did. So I will not give marks for that. And same thing I observed for these contributions. You have to be very precise. And for give reasons, I told you already, I expect you to be bulleted because it's for 1 mark. But impression matters. If in 1 mark and with precisely, because you know lots of things about this question, chromosome without centromere, right? What is going to happen? So you have to make a very small diagram and write bulleted reasons. That how it is. Yeah. Yes, please. Done? कोई कुछ कहना चाहता है? किसको कुछ कहना? I go ahead. I just have 10-15 minutes, and I will request you to keep your mics off if you don't want to speak, right? The question number 2 is differentiate between, and you have five questions here, 3 marks for each. And you divide your time also. If now you have 3 more questions, you have 4 hours. You have, 2 hours. So maximum you can give 30 minutes to each question, and same way here. So you have enough of time. Or pehle wala first question is, I think you'll finish in 15 minutes. So if that 15 minutes you can keep spare for rest for actual checking up at the end or whatever you want to do. But for this question, I didn't find it satisfactory from none of you. Left-handed DNA, right-handed DNA, I expect diagrams. See, in biology, you will never get marks if you don't make diagrams. I tell you, I try to teach you in the theory, but then gradually I shifted to video mode because I just checked there are only 4 students in the class. And what rest of the students will do, they can at least watch the video later on. So I had to shift, but otherwise I checked that the students, I tried that you make the diagrams on your own in the class. So you are expected to make a diagram. I will give you marks if you don't write anything and make a well-labeled diagram with the help of colors. None of the students in your class have used colors to make drawing. See, the two things are important to a biologist is your understanding I will get from your diagrams. If you have drawn color diagrams and that too with very well labeled, say for example, left-handed diagram, right-handed double helix. If you draw them properly, make their base pairs and label everything. And maybe with different color, if you write the where it is different, it gets you 100% marks and takes lesser of your time. And I checked, it's also a good way to write, make a line in between the two things and make a drawing and make the point-wise differences. But in biology, you have to fit in the diagram wherever it is possible. Transition, transversion, if you don't make a DNA base or show the N to A to T or T to C or whatever, you don't get full marks. Of course, it's important to write that transition is purine to purine or whatever, but you have to, explain your point, and that too with the help of labeled, colored diagrams. Please keep your mics off, those who have put them on by mistake. Right with this, I didn't get this from any one of you. I was not happy with these answers. Then I have this question number 3 again. Or again, I want to tell you one thing. Those students who chose this question for answering, I was thinking that they were absent from 100% from the class because this question was not in the syllabus. So those who are aiming for 100% marks would never attempt this question. And again, people did try, but this was the first of their question paper. So maybe I can afford mistakes. But I thought I still have a few more semester to go. I can brush up, polish up. That is why I thought I should explain at least what do I expect from this. So if I was a student instead of you, I would have never attempted this question number 3 because for you, it was out of syllabus. You had a choice to attempt 5 questions. But still, students attempted these questions. Students are explaining Hershey and Chase. Students are explaining the 3 repair mechanisms with the help of well-labeled diagrams. They attempted this, so which I thought they should not have tried if they knew what is their syllabus. Because those who prepare, they know what is the syllabus and what are the likely questions. And I tell you one more thing here, is before we go ahead, is that the questions are repeated very often. It's a trend in CBSE also, you would have observed previous year's question papers are repeated. So it's a chance that these questions would be repeated from somewhere, but this, which is not in your syllabus, will not also be repeated also because it's not in your syllabus, right? So I just apologized for those who attempted this question. I just didn't like it because I got it that they are not very serious about this. They are just finding the answer from Google and copying it for me. And they are not taking this opportunity that this is an occasion, this is an opportunity given to them to prepare themselves very well, right? Then I come to question number 4. And the question number 4 is for 5 marks. Question number 6 is for 4B is for 6 marks. And question number C is for 4 marks. If I'm a student instead of you, I will attempt this question and I will tell you how I will get 100% marks in this question. Genetic code, salient features, everybody has written, many of you have written, but they just wrote it one sentence. They could elaborate. What do they mean by degenerative code with the help of example of one code and use, if you are explaining verbal and if you show the third base with a different color, it shows you extra talent. It shows you extra caliber and shows the examiner that this child deserves 100% marks. And I am not finding any space where I can deduct his or her marks. See, I tell you how many of you are present here. 16 are present. And if Hemant talks to you, I checked your papers and categorized you in 3 levels. For many students, I know they just gave me for the sake of giving. They are not interested or they were not bothered. There was another batch, another 16 students. They were very, very casual. Though they tried, but not with every question. But I could spot 13, 14 students and I gave special, I read out names of those students to Hemant and I asked him to request them to be here because they can improve their marks with little bit of polishing. And some of you might aspire to get 100% if they know what they are doing wrong. So first thing wrong which I observed was wrong selection of questions. And because the selection of question number 4 must be selected by you when you are answering. Why? Because this is very much from your syllabus. And you have done that very well in the class. You know you have first-hand information about that, like say 10 features of genetic code. You write all 10 features here and you explain each one of them with the help of examples and colors. So I just saved few things on my desktop. Let us see if I can open up those. I'm just showing you one picture of some of your students is here. You can see my desktop. Can you see? So can you see this picture which I have opened?
No, ma'am. No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
You cannot see. Just hang on. You'll be able to see 1 minute, right? So then I do what? I stop sharing. I start a new share and this is the picture. Now you can see. Sorry, I'm a little bit unorganized today. I don't do it like this, but I thought it is very important and I was short of time. It was an off day for me and there are lots of things happening around, but still I thought, agar ye 13, 14, 15 students mein se bhi 1 or 2 or 3 students are helped, my job is successful. I cannot do it at another time. Tomorrow I'm madly busy in the college, day after again, so I don't have time to spend except this time. So this is the answer which one of your students had given. Can you see this? और ये आपकी क्लास की टॉपर हैं जहां तक मैं because see what I was doing is I was checking the answer sheet according to the standard of the student. So please don't take if I say any statement personal to you, but I want to improve you. I was judging you according to your capability, right? If this answer comes to me from the student, a moderate student or a mediocre student whom I want to pass, I will give him very good marks. But if this answer is coming to me from a student from whom I am expecting 100% marks, I will deduct marks unnecessarily. That she should not try this again because she deserves much. I deserve a better answer from her for this one. So now what is wrong in this answer? If you see this casually, you will see everything is good here. Why madam is talking like this? So whatever. See, I'm take this diagram and she's probably explaining what? Transduction or what is the question? I don't remember. But instead of her, what was the question?
Hershey and Chase experiment.
Chase experiment, right? This was the question. Of course, she's absolutely right in drawing the bacteriophage, drawing in the beginning, and then showing me this here. But what I will do instead of her is that I will make an arrow here and I will label this is bacteriophage, this is bacterium, and I will write here instead of writing story, I will write here that this bacteriophage comes and attaches itself to the bacteria, right? यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा sentence. I will not write stories, I will write it directly. And I will draw this DNA with a different color. I will draw this protein with a different color, right? And then I will show that, yeah. So again, then I will show what is happening in this arrow. You have to write here. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that you, first of all, you take the question paper and you just divide your time accordingly, right? And then select questions in the way, like again, I come back to my original thing, but I hope you didn't mind and you took my things positively. All students are equal to me. I am just trying to do what? I'm just trying to tell you where you can improve yourself, right? So this was one place where I thought your drawings and your making of cycles really need to be improved, right?
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, जैसे मैम आप अभी बता रहे थे लाइक कि आपको सेंटेंस वहीं पे लिखना है जहाँ पे आप ड्रॉ कर रहे हो, लेबलिंग करनी है, तो मैम हम उसको लिखने के बाद अलग से तो हमें फिर कुछ एक्सप्लेन करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Right. I tell you what. See, this question does not ask you, or maybe whatever was the question, it did not say you that do only with the help of diagrams. You are expected to write, right? But if you do it that way, what happens is then you finish your paper and you now only write those things. If you have time, it's okay to concisely write, and you have to write. Because this question does not say only do it with the help of, this was the question, right? This question did not say that only draw drawings. Does it say no that? No. So you are expected to write one paragraph, but my idea of telling you here is to divide your three marks in such a way that of the matter of 2 marks is to be done with the help of drawings, and only 1 mark is the write-up. And in the 1 mark write-up, try to roll those points which you cannot. My meeting will end in 10 minutes, and I want to end this in 10 minutes because I don't have time right now more than that. So you got my point, Anandani?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So do this first. If you write up and don't do that 2 marks thing, you will not get answer. You will not get full marks. But if you do this first and supplement your answer with the write-up, you will get full marks. Got my point? And also, yes, if you are short of time at some stage in the exam and you miss this part, even then you will get full marks if your rest of paper is very good. Why? Because examiner comes to know that she knows everything. She is an intelligent person who is drawing and giving me message with everything. Okay with this? So you have to choose questions in what sense, right? It has 3 subparts. You can write enough for 5 marks. You can write enough 3 types of RNA. I got 3 types, or students have written 5, 6 types. That's very nice of them. I like that, but I expected drawings. Nobody has drawn mRNA. Nobody has drawn tRNA. Nobody has drawn ribosomal RNA. Nobody has drawn that. You will not get marks without that, I'm sure. Structural organization of chromatin in nucleosomes. I expect you to draw nucleosomes and the different portions of the nucleosomes, linker DNA, everything with the help of diagrams. So what I can tell you here is that in biology, at least keep half marks wherever possible for self-explanatory colored diagrams. Got my point? And fit your answer with that diagram, and you have to be very, very precise. The world is very competitive. You cannot write stories. This is not meaning any history, political science paper. This is a science paper, and I really like this because knowledge cannot be hidden here. The way you answer speaks of volumes about you, what type of person you are. All right with this? Done? Now, again, the same thing I observed with this DNA replication. Nobody has done it the way I said that you should do it this way, but nobody has done this. Same way with Messelson and Starr experiment. And I hope you have got the point which I was emphasizing. Ab dekhiye chautha question, this 7th question, everybody should have attempted. Why? Because this will get you 100% marks. Dekhiya, there's no point where you can go wrong in here. No place. So you should have selected, but many students have not selected. And I don't mind because some of the portion may not be from the syllabus, but I show you your sheets now. And now you will see those from my point, how I felt when I gave you answer, the marks for that. I didn't bother, that didn't bother me for internal assessment because I just wanted to teach you, and this is first year, so I give you excuse for many things. So that's okay, but right, so where is that? This is here. And I wanted to show you some more pictures. So where are the pictures? Here, right. So, right. So that's a problem to me. Okay, I can minimize, it says, right. So I show you some of your, I'm sorry, I could not organize it very well this time because I was short of time and lots of other things are happening. See, the same experiment that girl, she has written. And can you see my screen now? No. So I should share this. So what is that is I need to share screen. And I want to show you these sheets. Okay, share. So you can see this now, right? Yeah. I just have 5 minutes.
Yes.
So quickly, I'll show you your answers. So you have seen that? You could see that. And I hope you have got now what problem did I had with this answer. Of course, she has written it very nicely, but the point was that I expected a much, much better diagram, because while checking this question and the picture which I have taken from which answer sheet, that belonged to a very good student, that much I remember. And she has a huge potential to improve and get a very good result to us. So this answer sheet I selected. Why? Because I found this answer to be very, very good. Why it is good? Just look at this. So she has highlighted that she knows it. Ribozyme, she answered precisely in 1 or 2 sentences, and she highlighted the main points. That makes sense, because the examiners, they don't have time. Nobody has time in this world. You have to get marks for yourself. You have to show that you know this. You are not a past type of material. You are going to top. You have to show this. This answer I really like, the way she has answered. And this girl only had done that thing, face flipping. I liked her answer, and I kept this picture just to show you that this is a good one. This is how you are expected to answer where you cannot draw drawings. Just highlight your point to tell the examiner where is the main thing here. Whatever you are talking, where is the main thing? Look at her answer. Kornberg, she knew that DNA polymerase is the main thing rather than anything else. So she highlighted that point. I like this. That is why I kept this. Then anyone else, please, we just have few minutes. If you have any queries, you can quickly ask now. So give reasons again. I want to show you nobody has drawn drawings. I just see if I couldn't get many of the pictures because I couldn't organize myself very well, but still I can take a few questions if you want to. You can, sorry, I just stopped this sharing. Okay, what is that? Share. I don't know where am I, but you can hear me. Pause share. Stop share. Right. So you can hear me now and you can see me also. I have put my camera on, but where am I? I don't know. Now you can quickly ask. We have few minutes to answer. 3 minutes, 12 seconds we have, and you can ask me whatever you want. Yeah.
Ma'am. लाइक हमारे एग्जाम में हमें सिर्फ 2 आवर्स मिलते हैं और 2 आवर्स में एक लाइक 4 क्वेश्चंस को करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, तो मतलब हमारी स्ट्रेटजी क्या होनी चाहिए?
आपने zoology में you gave this thing in zoology, right? You have already given that paper. I tell you, what should be your strategy. First of all, take proper rest, go with cool mind, and keep your things prepared very well. Say, I take again the example of genetic code. Now you have studied that very well. You know that you have features mainly in your syllabus. Check your syllabus. You have features written, features of genetic code. Whatever is written in the syllabus, right? And what you do is have the answer prepared in your mind already before you go for the exam. That this is written in the syllabus, right? And features. So again, instead of you ask me, how will we do that? The features, I have something in my mind that I'm going to answer. Then when the question comes, you look at the question and change your mind accordingly and write it there. First, draw the drawings, and on the right side, briefly write whatever is missed in the drawing. Or if you have time, you can write more. Does that solve your query? You will be able to do this. You never thought that it is to be done like this. I'm sure you will be able to do this. Keep 30 minutes for each question. And in the first question, you should not take more than 10-15 minutes. The rest of the 15 minutes you should spend in the questions where you feel that you might need extra time. And just keep your watch with you. Carry a manual watch. You know, if you look at my watch, can you look at my watch? I wear this manual watch now because this will not disturb me. Nobody will stop me from entering anywhere with this watch. And I can see time and plan my things with this. So you have to strategize. You have to make yourself best and competent. And you have to work on this. Nobody is born in this world with everything as a God gift from God. It just happened and they learned these tricks. Even I have learned a lot. I found ways to teach you because I thought it's very important at this stage. And I have less than 1 minute. I would have to stop this here, but I can come up again with your questions. You can write on WhatsApp. I am sure I'll be able to answer. I'll record the answer and send you the voice message there. So I hope it was of some use to you. And I have to end this talk now because the time is over and I have got other things to do. Thank you very much for being here.